outside. It always tells you that you have to readjust your phone. That doesn't make sense to me. Well, so today is Thursday, October 26th. It's a birthday for one person, my darling little girl. Anyway, I was out early this morning. I need cat food, needless to say. But I found that you can get cat food cheap. It's not $50 a bag, it's $19 a bag, or big bag. So I got 2 big bags. But you know how cats are? Like the cats outside, they'll eat everything. They'll eat rice with, I make a pot of rice and I put some of the day's soup on it, which usually has some meat and vegetables in it. And I put that in, the cats will eat the whole thing, the outdoor cats. But my indoor cat, Chumbles, well, nothing so simple. I gave him a piece of sausage yesterday and he sniffed it and left. Like, he'd rather be hungry. Anyway, so I bought this cat food. I hope he likes it because it's in his future. He sure is an angry cat when he doesn't have enough food. He is growling every time we walk by. Anyway, but he could eat what's outside for the other cats, you know. He could, but he doesn't. Anyway, so I got out early this morning. I did. I think it was 7. Maybe it was 7:30 by the time I left. And I went to the big town and I went to Walmart where I got cheap cat food. That's why I went so far to go to Walmart. You don't have Walmart in the boonies. No. And I also couldn't find any clippers. I need clippers for my cutting my baskets. I'm into basket making again. Yes. It's going to be warm again today. It's almost room temperature for a few days. So this is the time to go down there and harvest all that willow. It's a lot of willow. Maybe I'll just harvest another basket worth. I used up what I harvested, almost used it up. So that's good. But I needed clippers. You know, my hand, when I try and clip the clippers, it's okay to do this, but when I'm actually putting weight in there, there's this little bone in my wrist. Remember when I broke my wrist? I was dashing across the road. I guess it was about 9 years ago. 9 years ago now. No, maybe it was 6 years ago. Anyway, so I broke my wrist and there was this little bone in there, and he said, well, it's really tiny bone and it would be really hard to pin it. So we're just going to leave it. Well, now it's always in the way. Right now it's okay, but you know, it gets in the way in there. Anyway, so I usually have lots of these clippers. Look at this, was on sale for $7, which is about what you pay for it at Dollarama. This is called Anvil. And I have a knife too. Oh, I can cut down trees if I want to. You know, being here at Home Depot, like they didn't have what I wanted at Walmart. I don't go to Walmart as a general practice because I am opposed to one company taking over all grocery stores and then putting the price up. What tools are we talking about? Gardening tools. Yes, we have clippers for for my basket making. And I usually keep a pair under the driver's seat of each car. Well, they're not there. And then there was one, I found it in my grass hut under the table there where I used to make baskets. That's before that hut kind of fell apart and I had to redo it, and it's not all the way redone yet. I need to put willow cross pieces on so that there's something for the grass to lean against. But I'm not sure I'm going to get that done this year. I'm just having so much fun hanging out with my son. Both of my sons. But one of them really likes to play with me. He's really fun. Mom, let's play Minecraft. I think it's time for Minecraft, Mom. Minecraft is a really good thing for sometimes. But you know, coming here to Home Depot early in the morning, I could go for a walk. walk and walk and walk and walk all around that store. And you know, it brought back all these cool memories. You know, you just walk through there and you think, wow, this is all the stuff rich people can buy. And, you know, I can't afford a new vanity or different flooring or, you know, can anybody afford it? I can probably afford it more than some people. But anyway, but you know, I used to look at that stuff and think, oh, if only. Oh, wouldn't it be nice? But I already did all that. Isn't that amazing? You know, like you don't ever expect that you'll be able to do stuff and afford stuff. And yet, somehow, sometimes you do. So I've already been through all that renovation and I've got, you know, 2x6 construction and I've got all those big windows or sliding glass doors. You know, in Minecraft, whenever I make a house, I always make windows all around because I want to see what's outside. I got to see what's happening out there. Anyway, so I also have this tool. It is a chop saw. I think that's called a miter saw. And I needed to take it down to the moat. And I have all these long boards, really beautiful long boards that I don't think I should be using for it. They don't have pressure treating, but so they're not going to last in the weather. Anyway, but I need a chop saw to go down there and to cut it. But the chop saw, I now know it's called a collar. You put the blade on and the thing that is sticking out, the blade goes on that, but then there's a collar that you put on afterwards. And I don't have one. I don't know where it would be. Well, I knew it used to be in the sunroom, anything like that, all the parts to all these equipments, they used to be in there. But I don't know where it is now. Maybe if Ava helps me clean there another week, I'll find it. She cleaned in there this week. She's so cool. She's just so cool. She says, well, today, I don't tell her, you know, like, oh, could you just clean the whole house? But she was saying that other people that she cleans for, you know, like if it's a 3-story place, you know, when she works upstairs, they go downstairs and vice versa. And she does the same thing every week. You know, she just, whatever it is, the same thing. And with our house, well, she likes it because it's always different. She's going through the closets and the drawers and the cupboards, and she's rearranging things and sorting, and everything the same goes in one place. It's kind of cool. It's very cool. And so I didn't realize it, but if you do all the cupboards and the closets and get rid of the stuff that you don't need or want in there, but you think you need and want it until you really look at it and think, oh, wait, I don't really need this. I don't ever use it, and I don't think I will use it. Like, it's easier to decide I'm never going to use something now at this stage of my life because I can see, for instance, my stained glass. You know, I think I started stained glass before I started YouTube because I never did YouTube videos on it. I did one video. I was doing an outline of a pattern I wanted to use. So I've got all this glass. I have this huge wooden box full of glass. It's exactly the right size, this box. I got the box at the dump. I bought each piece of glass, $5. Anyway, and so I've got all this glass, and I've got all the tools and all the copper wrapping and the cane or something that goes around the edge of pieces. Sometimes it's nice to just take a beautiful piece of glass and frame it and hang it up. I like doing that. But where do you hang it? Where do you put it? You know, if you put it in your window, it blocks the view. If you put it not in a window, then you can't see it. If you hang it in a tree, it might be okay. I used some really thin wire, and most of them broke. Anyway, so I found a company that can order parts for my Ryobi portable chop saw. I have a lot of Ryobi tools. Before Willem retired, I decided I should buy all the woodworking tools I would want because after he retired, money would be a lot less. Turns out the money's the same. That's pretty cool. It's only because we don't have a mortgage anymore and we don't, whatever. But having our 2 grown sons at home is really costing a lot. I don't know what the amounts are, but every time I go to the grocery store to get stuff, it's like $250. So it's probably better not to go to the grocery store, but then Willem goes, and who knows what it is then, right? Same thing. Anyway, couldn't believe that cat did not eat that sausage. That is pretty spectacularly. He'd rather starve. If you put him outside, there's lots of mice and stuff running around. He does hunt. Anyway. But there's still mouse droppings showing up in the house. He's supposed to be after them. But Daniel has these 2 kittens. They're growing. One is Meow Kiss, which is short for Marcus Aurelius. I don't know who he was, but Daniel thinks he's pretty awesome. And the other one is Mongol. And the children have named Meow Kiss Oreo because he's black and white. And the other one, Mongol, they call pizza. So Daniel was talking about changing the names. He says that Chumble's name is not a good name because ch is not a good sound for cats. They don't like the ch sound. Have you ever heard that before? So Chumbles. So he decided he was going to call him Nero. I'm not to tell the children what Nero means, who Nero was. Do you remember Nero? Some of you are probably too young to know. Well, Nero watched as Rome burned. Was it Rome? Yeah, Nero. Alas, alack. So now what do? I got my clippers. I can go cut my willow. Maybe I better put a thing on my hand while it doesn't hurt my wrist. When I was in Walmart, there was a greeter there. And so I stopped and talked to her. And, they always have their name on. So I used to say, hi, I'm Nancy. Hi, her name was Pauline. Hi, Pauline, I'm Nancy. And we get to talking about why she's working at Walmart. And it turns out that a lot of the employees at Walmart are seniors. And one of them was saying to me, everyone I talked to, I went in the technology department, and there were 2 people there. They were both retired, and there was people are kind of offended if you say things like hard bending down, eh? Well, no. But he was having hard getting up. But anyway, people like for people not to know that it's a struggle to do stuff now that they're older. Not me. I tell everybody. Not doing that. Yep, I'll try that. Energy drinks, I think, are going to be the way to go. When you get older, and I don't drink coffee, and energy is a rare commodity. So, but I am inspired when it's a sunny day. As soon as the sun comes out, I got to get outside, sun's out. But that doesn't work from about Halloween till Christmas. I remember one year we never saw the sun from Halloween to Christmas. And then, of course, all winter you don't see the sun. All winter it's black and white. Everything is black and white. And you dream for color. Some of these yellow flowers I have, they're gaillardias. They're yellow with red in the middle. I love them. Gaillardia. And they are people taking their children into these stores, and the mother looks bleary-eyed at 7:30 in the morning. Anyway, these men, these are workmen. They've got a job to do. They are walking with purpose. Oh, these people walking there. You see them? Where are they? Walking with purpose. They got a job to get done. Hey, I saw somebody in there who works in our area, and It's hunting season coming up, so he'll be out at the hunt camp for 2 weeks. Everything closes during hunting season. Everything closes. You can't get a plumber or an electrician or a carpenter or a plumber or a car repair guy. Everybody's gone hunting. Hunting and drinking, they go together in the woods. Maybe they hunt in the day and then they drink in the evening. Let's hope they don't drink and then hunt. But usually they're so far away from anybody and any buildings that you're pretty safe. Oh, but it'll be time to wear orange. You got to wear bright orange, especially if you kind of have coloring like a deer. I'm getting a little whiter, but still. You have to be careful of people who have strayed. Anyway, so that's the latest update. Now I'll go home and cut my willow. Because it's a warm day and it's not going to last. It's like room temperature today. 18, it's 20 is room temperature, but I think it's 18 or 19 today, which is lovely, just lovely. But it's going to go down to -3. Like it'll be below freezing for a few days next week, maybe all week. At night anyway, it'll be hard frost day after day. So Daniel's greenhouse didn't work. He lost all of his squash plants. They're very sensitive to things like freezing. But I think that if the greenhouse is too tall, the purpose of the greenhouse is not only to keep the cold air out, but to allow the heat from the earth to come up. So if it's a low thing, then the earth doesn't have to heat very much. But if it's like 8 feet tall or 6, 7, tall enough to walk in, then it's going to be, so you need to cover what's laying on the ground, at least with leaves and stuff. But it's interesting. I've got quite an advantage over a younger person because I've already lived through, how many winters have I been in Canada? 46 winters in Canada. And I have learned about winter. I have learned about frost and freezing and leaves. And if you stack all your leaves up around your plants, it'll protect them a lot better. Like if they're low plants, But things do, it's only about 5 degrees difference in a greenhouse and out, I think. Anyway, we don't have a fob for this car, this Mazda we got to replace our wonderful, wonderful Matrix. I loved my Matrix. I had 3 in a row. They were all the same color. Anyway, now we have a new car, so we have to learn a new license plate number. I like looking at license plates sometimes. Sometimes license plates make good passwords, You take all the license plates you remember in your life and you can put a few of them together, turn them around backwards, and then you get a password number. But every time I try and use a password, I forget my passwords all the time. So my way of getting into things is always forgot password, unless the computer has saved it. But then, it's going to send a message to my phone. And now it's not just, yes, I got it, but it's also, you have to put the number. It's like these little numbers you can choose from, and you have to put the right number on it. Everybody looks at my car all the time. What is it about my car that people are looking at? There is some scrape marks that are kind of hidden, but they're scrape dents along one side. But I don't think you can really see that. I mean, I understand when people look at my other cars because I had gotten drawing on them and paint. I have to change it. It says Clunker Art on the back and on the front, and I should put it Clunker Art Mobile. I should put Mobile on it. And I also should put the label Trail Widening Vehicle. That's how it lost all of its parts, all of its bumper stuff and dents here and stuff missing there. Yep, the trail widening vehicle. Because if you if you go down this road and you bump into a tree, well, you know that tree's got to go. So you stop and you get out with your handy dandy saw. Look, a new saw. But you know, if you go to Dollarama, they have this whole, of course now they don't because they've exchanged the gardening row for the Christmas row. Always on to the next thing. I was looking at all these Christmas balls they've got in here, and I was thinking, you know, I bought this kind of ball once upon a time, and I bought those, and why would they sell them every year? They sell all these things, and do people rebuy new balls every year? Do they? I mean, I could see if somebody's starting out, they're going to buy whatever the stuff they want, but you'd think that everybody would have enough stuff and they would not need any more kinds of Christmas things. Maybe they just like to shake it up. Oh, we'll get rid of these. We've had these for 2 years now. We'll just get rid of these and get something new. My parents had their Christmas decorations my whole life, and now I have some. All right, well, I guess I should get off the phone and start doing something. What should I do? I should drive. It's 9:30. I should drive home and cut my willow. Yes, indeed. I think that's the plan for the day. Oh, I got another one of those mesh things, you know, that signals, it sends a signal farther. Yes, indeed. I'll be using that one. It's a good idea to have these, you know, because then I can make videos outside. See, I made that one yesterday of digging artichokes. I know it wasn't a very good video. I don't know why people watch them. Maybe they don't really watch them. But, you know, it was just me sitting there digging. Because I thought, you know, maybe somebody likes just having somebody around doing something like digging. And they can look at it and they can think, well, that's okay. This is what I'm doing. That's what she's doing, you know. So we're just sort of having a day together. And nothing very exciting going on. Just finding all those millions of little, very undersized sunchokes. But Willem stayed up very late. Like he usually stays up way past midnight. But he stayed up last night cleaning and then chopping all these things into little thin slices and dehydrating them. He's amazing. He's amazing. I let him do it all because he wants to do it and he doesn't mind taking so much time. But usually I have taken things on myself, right? Like, I'll just do this because it's going to take him forever to do it. He's very precise with every little item he does. And I'll just go chop, 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 slide them all on, you know. My imperfect way of doing things works for me. And so I've always done all this sort of stuff and let him, you know, compose or do something he'd like to do. I don't usually go in there and do anything with him. I always, sometimes I think of it as his time. He can do what he wants. Anyway, I think I'm going to go. Time to get on with life. And if I can bring you along to cut willow, I will. If that's something that you're interested in, stay tuned. Oh, yes. And I have 15,400 subscribers. I used to have 16,000, but then I started making a lot of long live videos and lost, 800 subscribers. Oh, well. So let's see if I can get back up to 16,000 subscribers. Maybe we can get to 1 million subscribers. Wouldn't that be fun? So you just click that like and subscribe button. And it won't make any difference in your life. It probably won't make any difference in my life. But, other people say, let's do this. So let's do this. Or not. Okay, see you later. Bye.